So, how'd you find yourself here then? With me in the back of this dilapidated factory. This part of the country isn't friendly to most people. In fact, it's not friendly to anybody. Not even me. I take it if you were planning on killing me, you already would have. Is that right? Okay, if that's the case, why don't you have a seat? I could use some company, you know. You'd be surprised how few people are willing to actually talk since the world ended. Are you hungry? You know, I've got a pretty big stock of canned food. Yeah. I'm not sure what actually was in this one, but if you look right there, there's a bit of a label left, and it looks like it might be beans or something like that. I really like maple. What are they? Maple beans, I suppose. But this one looks like it might be. Well, it's got a reddish tint, so maybe it's beans and tomato sauce. Actually, I was just planning on eating before you popped in here. You're not interested? You got your own? Alright, more for me then. Bon appetit. That's definitely beans and tomato sauce. You seem pretty quiet. It's been, how many months is it now? 7 or 8? Not even a whole year, and the whole world has gone to shit, right? At least what I can tell from it. It's not like we get a lot of information from outside. The world is, it's gotten a lot smaller. Without the internet and cell phones, things like that. What did you do before all this? Huh. You know, I was a graphic designer. It's not exactly, well, I wasn't exactly built for this world. Not originally, but we all adapt. We all have to do things we never thought we could do. I'm still here, aren't I? I must have figured something out. Oh. Do you have any medical supplies? I've got some things to trade for. I've got a nasty wound on my hand. We won't go into it, but I could really use maybe some antiseptic. Anyway, it's pretty dark out there. I've actually been collecting boxes of matches since this all began. My collection's still pretty small in variety, but I've got about 20 boxes of Redbird matches. As you can see, they're all pretty damaged, like this one. You can barely read the writing, but it's 30 Strike Anywhere matches from the Eddie Match Company in Pembroke, Ontario. And this one I think has most of them in it still. And this one I think still has most of the matches. I can't afford to start a full fire. Too much attention, you know, the smoke and the light. But when it gets particularly dark, matches come in handy. I also have a few boxes of matches from the Hard Rock Hotel. And these matches are actually a bit longer, so they last a bit longer. The wood they're made out of is, I think it's a little bit better. Last longer if you don't hold them straight up in the air like I was, but I was just giving you an example. You want to see the Redbird one again? Alright, I can spare one more match. It says they're Strike Anywhere, but I prefer to just strike them with the provided surface. As you can see, if you hold them sideways, they actually last quite a bit longer. Look at that. You know, the flames of fire have always intrigued me. The way it dances. sorry. I'm not the greatest at conversation anymore. Used to be that you could get me started on a topic and I'd talk your ear off for an hour, but it's just been so quiet for so long. I guess I forgot how to hold a proper conversation. But you got me talking, probably more than I've talked since the beginning. That's not really saying much. You want an energy bar? I could use something sweet, actually. These are the kind of cheap energy bar you find at a gas station. Or you used to be able to. Most of them have been cleared out these days. But they're still common enough that I can afford to spare one if you want one. Ah, you've got a bunch. Seems everybody does. Wow. 230 calories. That would really concern me. But these days, the more calories you can get, the better. No guarantee there's gonna be food tomorrow, right? Sorry you have to be so quiet, but you know the rule. Talk too loud, and looters, and pirates, and vandals, and human traffickers, and all kinds of nasty folk might overhear. You know, I can fend for myself all right, but nobody can take on a whole army of some sort of regional warlord that they have roaming the areas these days. I'm not from around here originally. I actually grew up and lived most of my life on the prairies. But there wasn't really enough food there after everything went down, the infrastructure and everything. I mean, things got picked over pretty quickly, and then it led to fighting and looting and violence and all kinds of fun. Well, it's the same story everywhere, but I thought it would be different here. In retrospect, I don't know why I thought a higher population area would be better, but I guess I thought maybe people would move out and some more stuff would be left behind. It's silly, I know. But nobody really knew what was going to happen, so... Anyway, I'm kind of stuck here. I've been drifting slowly back towards where I came from, but the gasoline's all run out and the cars aren't working, so it's mostly by foot. I've been holed up in this old, rotten out factory for a few days, maybe a week. which I like. Noise means danger. You know that. Thanks, by the way, for earlier. That rabid dog would have taken my throat out, and I didn't have a gun. You're a pretty good shot, actually. I've mostly been using my cards to play solitaire, but since you're here, I figured maybe we could play, I don't know, blackjack or something. It's popular, you know? Where did I put